What's up YouTube, it's HideOYG and today I'm showing you guys my Maliss Deck profile. Make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let's get right into the deck profile. So starting off, we're gonna go with the main deck. Running 3 copies of the new card from ALIN's Insight, Maliss P March here. So this one basically makes your Maliss links untargetable while it's pointed to her, and it has like a beast duel effect where you can also banish from hand instead of the graveyard as well. And if it gets banished, you pay 300 life points and you can target one banished Maliss monster and add it to your hand. So it's like recovery as well. So extend the recovery and targeting protection for link monsters. Next we got 3 copies of Cat. So Cat's basically like a Lure of Darkness where you just banish a Maliss card from hand. And you draw 2, it doesn't banish for cost unfortunately. And any monster your Maliss links destroys by battle gets banished instead. And you pay 300 life points to reborn it from the banished zone. Next we got 2 copies of Dormouse. So this one basically protects your monsters by card destruction, like your Maliss links if it points to her. It's like a gold suck as well, but also lets your monsters gain 600 attack. And lastly, it reborns itself by paying 300 life points. And we also have for the last Maliss main deck monsters, we got White Rabbit. So White Rabbit makes you take no damage while it's pointed to the Maliss link. And when it's normal special summon, you can set a Maliss trap. That's different from the ones in your graveyard. And it reborns itself by paying 300 life points from the banister. So that's it for the Maliss main deck monsters. Next let's get into the other engine, the new engine we're running, the ALIN package. So it's 3 backup and 1 wizard ALIN. So backup ALIN special summons itself from hand if you control a Cyber's monster from your deck, and this one also has the same condition. Meanwhile this one's a Rhoda, but you have to discard a card. So it's kind of like 7th Tachyon for this deck. And Wizard ALIN is like a reborn, where you reborn any Dark Cyber's monster, and this one you add a Dark Cyber's monster. So you got more extenders, and they help you play for Nibiru, which is crazy. Anytime you get Nibiru, you just summon like a you link off the token to Link Spider, and then you start summoning the ALIN stuff. So that's it for the main deck usual monsters. Now we're just gonna get into the hand traps. I'm running 3 copies of Nibiru. I'm running 3 Nib because I'm running a card that facilitates me makes it better for me to run this card. And it can be a blowout if you hit your opponent's like Mitsurugi Raizio deck or this deck in like a choke point, because if you play the deck you start to understand, alright, so this is the point where I should nib, and I did something like that in the state championship. It was nice, but I didn't play this deck for state championship. I'll show you guys my state championship deck once I get my mana sleeves, because they didn't have it on the day and they said that they'll ship it out, so I'm still waiting for the email. So when that happens, I'll do a deck profile on that deck, plus like I'll show you the mana sleeves, and I'll talk about the record as well. That's it for the Nibiru. Next we got we're running more Charmies now in the main deck. So we got 3 Forlos and 3 Pulia. So the reason why people are main decking these now is because these are good against the top 2 decks at the moment, which is this deck and Mitsurugi Raizio. Because now this deck extends from hand with the ALIN stuff plus the March here. So you can draw 3 times possibly. And full loss makes us not be able to use link plays much. And he's also good against Mitsuri Raizu because Raizu card summon from hand, and full loss can be good for like the ritual that summons from deck and Ice Raizu. And that's kind of like why I'm running a Nibiru, so I can use these to draw into Nibiru if my opponent still tries to play under the Molchami challenge. Let's go 3 copies Ash Blossom. This is the last monster hand trap running. Ash is just here because it's just generically good and it counters the Molchamis. So that's it for the main deck monsters. Next, let's get into the main deck spells. I'm running 3 copies of Maliss in Underground. Oh, sorry, 2 copies of Maliss Underground. 2 because you can't run 3 anymore because it's semi-limited, just like the Dormouse and the White Rabbit. So this one's like a gold sock for deck, graveyard, and hand. And your Maliss, while you have 3 or more Maliss traps that banished, your link monsters gain 3000 attack. And your opponent can only attack your link monsters for attacks. So it's kind of like Barrier of the Voiceless Voice. Next we got Maliss in the Mirror. This is the new edition from the support for ALIN's Insight. This one's like a Forbidden Chalice, but you banish the card on res. So you target a face-up monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, then you banish a Maliss card from your hand or face-up field and negate that monster's effects until end this turn. And it also has another effect where it's like a road effect, where if it gets banished, you can target one type and you add the same type. So if you banish like a monster, you add a monster like March here. If you banish your trap, you add like another trap that you wanna use. Next we got Gold Sock in Terraforming. The typical road, the one-offs. Terraforming is just like a 3rd Maliss in the Maliss Underground. Gold Socks is like a 4th Maliss Underground. And it can be like a Dormouse as well if your Dormouse gets negated. Because in this deck you won't have as many ways to get into your names. Next you got anti-hand trap cards like Talent and Callby Grave. Callby Grave powerful, hits the Molchamis, and Talent's very powerful because it has 3 forbidden effects, drawing 2, ripping the card and taking control of the monster. So that's it for the main deck spells. Next let's get into the main deck traps. I'm running 1 MTP, GWC, and TB11. TB11's Rhoda for the deck, where you can't activate the monster's effects. GWC is a Reborn plus gain life. MTP is a Rhoda plus banishes a card on the field. And these have more plus effects where you gain life and the banish card on the field. But you have to have a link monster to get those additional effects. Lastly, we got hand traps, 3 impermanence and 3 impulse. Impermanence is like a new addition to the deck, as originally people were running Metatronus before, but now that Detonator's at 1, there's like more stuff you have to deal with instead of Detonator now, so it's better off if you run impermanent on top of it, because it can make your impulse more powerful, because it can give additional destruction effect. So 3 impermanent, 3 impulse. You want to have as many hand traps in this deck, and the deck count's 42 because I put in Callby and Talent in, because I'm running a card in a side deck that makes it better. So that's it for the main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. I'm running 1 Allied Code Talk Alinista. This one's a Link 5, and it's like Soul Charge for 2300 attack Cybers monsters, and it gains 500 attack for each that was summoned permanently. It also has a negate and banish effect by attributing a card under it, I'm pretty sure. A link monster that points to it. And that's pretty much it. But it's good we finally got a Omni negate for this deck instead of like that Terahertz the Rave Swim, because you get like beasts with banish and then you lose the negate. Or like Cobalt Grave. Next we got Access Code Talker. This is like modern day Dark Arm Dragon. You use it for banishing stuff, OTKing, and it triggers your Maliss monsters. Firewall Dragon is pretty nice because you're gonna have this in your end board, underneath the Code Talker, or you can have it next to it if you want, and it can also serve as like recovery and extension as well. We got Heart Scripter, Red Ransom, and White Binder. So Ransom's like it's like a rotor for your spells, so you can add the Maliss in the mirror as instead of the field spell underground. And if it points to a monster, original attack and defense is switched, and if it gets reborn from the banish zone, you can like gold suck from deck. And Crypta is like non-target banish like Shirak, and recovery from the banish zone, as well as reborning it from the banish zone to double its attack, so you can use it for like OTK. And lastly, White Binders sets you any Maliss trap from graveyard or deck, and it can reborn itself to, and you can draw a card from the banish zone. And it has a triple DD Crow effect where you target 3 cards in any graveyard, banish those 3. Next we got the Dark Charm Gloomy. This is for like the mirror match and overall generic dark cards, so you can like use this reborn dark, and you have like a mass monster, you can like link this and this, and then you can start doing more link plays. And you can use it for crashing, and you can add like any Maliss card you want, so you can crash it, add Agnes Star or like the March here, or like any Maliss monster you need at that moment. Next we got Midnight Early. Midnight Early, I'm running this because in Providence people are running, Lucas Sacco is running this in order to counter the Chaos Hunter, because I was testing this deck and this deck is really bad into Chaos Hunter, really struggles against it. So you can either run this one or Bomber Dragon. It's just that I feel like this one's better to use because it commits with less resources as a link 2. Me and my Bomber Dragon's link 4. And I'd rather summon this one instead of the Bomber Dragon, because Bomber Dragon can like get like negated from like aggregate and stuff. And or like you can easily get like Lightning Stormed or Impermed. So early, what she does is when a monster discard points to activate its effect, you can target one face-up effect once your opponent controls until the end of its turn, change the attack to 0. And if this card is in the graveyard because you're destroyed by battle or card effect, when you send this turn, you can spare summon it. So it also has a recovery. The first time I played this card was in Snake Eyes Kashtira, as you would summon this and you have like the Appaloosa, so you have like another negate. Next we got Splash Mage. Splash Mage is for reborning any Cyberse monster from graveyard, but its effects negated and you're locked into Cyberses. So this is something you summon like later on. You can usually summon this first if you want to, but it makes you have a horrible choke point against like Veil or Imperm, so I wouldn't recommend that. Next we got Cyberse Wicked. Wicked's a new addition. This is the one that allows you to get backup Nista, as this one searches Tuna Cyberse by banishing for cost, and this card cannot be destroyed by battle card effect, and it protects your link monsters under it from card effect destruction. Next we got Haggard Lizardos. This is the one that is like a non-target banish, which is good, so it plays for Veil and Imperm. So most of the time you summon this, banish any of your like banish monsters in grave, so you don't get choke pointed with your splash mates, because you're gonna use splash mates later on when you want to make White Binder or Cyber's Wicked. And you can also add a nib token, and you can draw a card with banish itself as well. Next we got Link Spider. Link Spiders for making the nib token into a Cyber's material, so you can go into adding this to place. Next we got 2 Link Reaver. This is, I used to really want to run this card before, but I didn't have space because of the Metatronus targets, and I was running Nightmare Cerberus and like Griffin and stuff, but now I have space. So I was running one of this in the beginning, but one of my friends convinced me to run 2, and he ended up giving me like a spare copy he had, which is pretty nice of him to give me. This is like before Providence he suggested this, and then I saw Providence everyone was running. I was like, alright, so everyone has to run this. So this one's good in the mirror match because you can like negate the Maliss traps, and you'd often burn one of Cyber's Wicked if you start off with Splash Mage as your first link play when you make this standard Dormouse combo. Or you can have this in your end board where you have the allied talker, and then you have this in one of the zones, so if your opponent tries to imperm your allied talker, you can tribute this, negate and banish. And last card's Owl Mirage. I'm running Owl Mirage because I'm running 6 Molcharmies, so I can use, so instead of them being like really dead going first, I can use them as link material, and then if I have like a backup secretary or something, I can just summon it from hand and start extending from there. That's it for the extra deck. Next let's get in the main deck, sorry, the side deck. Next I got 3 copies of Molcharmy Meows. I played this. Most people running Chaos Hunt instead of this. I like running this more because I get to draw a card from each time my opponent puts something from the banish zone. This could also work in Mitsurugi. The opponent starts doing usually like trying to trigger all of like the ritual monsters in grave, which I usually do as well because you plus so much if you do that. So that's a good way of like weakening them, the end board. And it's very good in the mirror match, as most of the time you just banish if you play around like Puruli and stuff, so you like draw a lot. It's good against Memento, any Fiendsmith deck, any Graveyard Reliant deck. You should always put this in. Next we got 3 Artifact Lancia. Lancia's here because mainly the mirror match increased Trons. We're also running against Branded and Thunder Dragons. Like any deck that does banishing and get generous value, you should always put this in. Next we got the new edition, Free I Michi. I got this from my friend who also had the Link Reaver. He kept beating me in the mirror match, which I recorded. And what this card does is it helps you under Lancia. So it lets you reveal a Cyber's monster with 2300 attack in your hand or extra deck, and you add an Agnista with the same attribute from the deck to your hand. But during the end phase you take 2300 damage if you didn't special summon the revealed monster. So you use this to summon the use this to add the backup Agnista or the Wizard Agnista. That's something you can do. And if you had Lancia, you use this, add any of your Agnista stuff, and you start extending from there. So I usually put this in going first, and I'll take out the Molcharmy And there's another card take out from the multi, which is next card, Free Frost. So what I'll do is I'll take out the Prulia and the Forlos and put these 6 in. I'm going first to use the free blowout traps. So Frost here. Frost here is mainly for going first and second if you want to. Because if you're using this going second, you can use this to have 6 more copies of I Meet You. So you play more better into Lancia. And this can set you any of the free traps I was talking about. And you can use it going second as well to add like triple tactics talents or impulse. And the last 3 of course is the D barrier, Sanctum, and DDG. DDG is for like graveyard reliant decks. Sanctum's for the mirror match and Crystons. Barrier is here for Crystons, Ryziel. Sanctum's mainly for the mirror match. All 3 of them you can put in for Crystons, to be honest, because it hurts them a lot, which is pretty hilarious. And that's pretty much it for the deck. I'll show you guys some special considerations. So you can run like Transcode Talker, Trigate Wizard, Heat Soul, Bomber Dragon as like more Cyber's text. I tried Wizard, Talker, Heat Soul. They're good cards, but they're more wind more. And I just can't find space to run these 4 anymore. These 3 anymore, unfortunately. Bomber Dragon you can run instead of Agnestor or the early. But I just like running early more because it makes it easy for me to make my board, because if I summon this in my end board, it starts blowing everything up, and I don't think it's optional. I'm pretty sure it's mandatory. Yeah, it's mandatory. So that's why I don't want to run this one, because I have to like pop stuff I don't want to sometimes. We got SP Lunar and Typhoon as well. There's other options because they're generically good for going second. Yes, we got Detonator plus the free Tronus. You can run this as well. I was trying this in the second day I was playing this deck. It didn't come up for me because no one was playing Ryziel when I used this card on my side. We didn't verse any, which is why I took it out. You can also run Masquerena. This is something I want to run, but I had to put in the Dark and the Mirage instead. You can also run Silent Mining and Lure of Darkness. I was trying a lure with the Beast Seals on the first week. They were pretty nice, but they hurt you more into a draw because everyone's main deck in it now. And in this format, you want to open as many hand traps as possible going second, especially game 1, because the main issue this deck has is going second. And I'll have hands where I don't have a single hand trap, maybe like 1, and they play through it and make the whole board and just can't do anything. Mining's basically like another I Meet You. I was running this through testing like Dueling Book before I discovered I Meet You, because I didn't own the card until like last Thursday. And this one like can search your Maliss monsters as well. Next we got free Drawn Lockbird and free Fantastical Dragon Phantasma. You can run D6 instead of the Frost package if you like. It's just I'd rather run the Frost package because it makes it much easier for me to side. Because I was having trouble when to put the Phantasmas in, because I already have enough cards for the mirror match going second. And I just don't want to cut anything else. Drawing Lockbird for like the Ryzen matchup. But then again, I usually put these going first as well, and I'd rather just run the Frost package instead because that just guarantees me to shut their board. Because even if you draw a Riser play, they can still make go through the rank 4 place. Meanwhile, if I like debarrier them, they're screwed. And lastly, for my considerations is 3 Boldrake, 1 Mag, and 1 Druis. So Druis is like sending any Spirit Summon monster to the grave. This one's the Road of any Dragon. This one you tribute like any of your dark monsters to banish like an extra deck monster or ritual monster. I was running these in the main deck before, but I took them out for like the more charmy stuff and the allures as well, because these cards are honest good this format. Cause like even though you can use these for like banishing the ritual monsters, you still have to do with more stuff against that deck, and it's not enough. And even the mirror match, because I was testing, because when I was playing the Bestials, I'd have hands where I don't draw a single name, and I wouldn't even draw into them at all in one of my matches. Would just run the more charmies so I can dig more into my engine. So that's it for special considerations, and that's pretty much gonna be it for the deck profile. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. I'll try and do a combo tutorial of like separate videos. One video is gonna be like 1 card combos with the Maliss deck. The other video is gonna be 2 card combos with the deck. And the last one might be test hands with the deck. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.